If you want to spruce up your business graphics in Canva, then I am about to blow your mind. Because in this video, I'm going to show you 10 Canva elements that you need in your life right now. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristin and I share branding and graphic design tips, tricks, tutorials, and productivity hacks for personal brands and online entrepreneurs who don't have tons of time to waste in Canva. I want to help you create more amazing graphics to market your business with ease and ones that you actually feel confident about sharing with the world. Come with me. We're headed to my Canva account. First up is Canva's library of realistic device mockups. I love using these mockups to showcase my lead magnets, workshops I may be hosting, and even paid products. When you add your digital mockup to a device like this, it really brings your product to life and gives it a higher perceived value. Here we have a laptop device where I've placed a webinar cover slide, a tablet. This is really, really fun. I've actually dropped a video inside this tablet. You can add static images of your mockups or even create a scrolling style video that is so fun. If I search phone cutout, I am shown all kinds of different iPhone devices. You can adjust the size of these, tilt them, angle them, whatever you want to do. For this example, I am going to add in a screen picture that I actually took on my cell phone of an Instagram post that I posted. Let's see if I can find that over here. There it is. So I'm just going to add that to my document and size it to fit within the phone screen. I can hit Control and the left bracket to send it behind the phone screen. To resize these elements together, you can hold Shift click and select both elements, Control G to group them, and then they will move as one piece. Next up is by far one of my most used elements in Canvas. I have this picture in the background and I don't know about you, but the text on this is pretty hard to read. Tell me if this has happened to you in the comments. You think you find the perfect image, but you just can't get your text to work right with the space that you have in the image. Well, I have a quick fix for you. Enter the, I forget what it's called, gradient that fades to transparency. So we are looking for a very, very specific transparent element. Type in gradient that fades to transparency into the search bar, and the first element that pops up is going to be this purple square. You can change the color of this gradient to fit your needs. I love to change the color to white, but you guys can play around with this as much as you want. Try out your different brand colors, maybe pull a color from the photo to create that consistent look. So I've changed it to white, and can you see where I'm going with this? This is so awesome. I'm going to drag it up in the upper left-hand corner, and I can adjust the size of this gradient to a point where my text is much more easy to be read. So the only crappy thing about this gradient is that you cannot expand the size of it horizontally. But what you can do is make copies of this element. You can hold Shift and Alt, I'm on a PC, to make a copy of this gradient and drag it over to the right. Then you can select all of the gradient boxes, group them together. Remember, Control G to group elements together. And this is now going to be editable as one piece. So you can adjust this until you are happy with the outcome. Just make sure that any text or elements that are on your background image are readable. Next up is Canva's library of emojis. So I don't know about you, but I have a small little obsession with emojis. I find them really fun to use and communicate with my audience. Everybody connects and is familiar with these cute little emojis. No matter what emotion you are trying to convey, these little guys can help you out. So since I use emojis quite often in my designs, my little emoji option is over here in my left-hand panel. But if you don't see it, just click down here to more and then type emoji into the Canva apps. This is what you're looking for. All of these emojis are searchable. So if you have a favorite one that you love to use, Simply click on it and it will add it to your document. Life-changing Canva element number 4 are drop shadows. So what I love about drop shadows, and I know you're gonna love this about them too, is that they can really create a 3D look in your graphics. This is an example of a Pinterest pin that I recently created. I am showcasing my free personal branding guide, the Branding and Design Quick Start Guide, and I just wanted them to pop off of the background a little bit more. I am a former scrapbooker. I used to scrapbook the hell out of things, and I always enjoyed like the different layering techniques and just stickers and all of those fun things that you can do as a pro scrapbooker. So I think that's kind of translated into my design style. So you will find me using drop shadows all of the time to create more interesting looking graphics and make things pop right off of my designs. There are 2 different ways that you can add a drop shadow to your image. First, with your image selected, you can pop up here to edit image. And as you can see, I recently used the drop shadows. From here, you can select curved, angle, page lift. Let's try out curved for this. It gives me a nice little curved shadow beneath my image, making it pop right off of the page. You can then go into each of these shadow options and play around with different things like the transparency, the offset, and even the amount of curvature that's in your drop shadow. You can also search the Canva element library for drop shadows. I always put 2 D's in shadow. I don't know why. It's one of those words that I've never learned to spell. So up here, you're going to see very faintly, but they are there, a collection of drop shadows. Just click on it and it's going to add the drop shadow to your design. From here, you can just resize it and place it perfectly behind your document. I do have the curved drop shadow on here still, so it doesn't look completely right. But this also is another way of adding some fun dimensions to your graphics. Oh my gosh, there are so many, like hundreds and thousands of elements inside the Canva library. One of my favorites are their collection of hand-drawn doodles. I use these a lot in my own branding because my branding is very creative and quirky, unique. So these fit very well with my graphics. Maybe you're not into doodles, have no fear. Canva has all kinds of elements in the library, from brush strokes to geometric shapes, and even some more minimalistic doodles. You're guaranteed to find something that fits your unique brand in the Canva element library. Before I dig into any more amazing elements, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to like this video, comment with what your favorite element is, and then don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can continue learning how to create amazing graphics in Canva alongside me. The next element that you need in your life are arrows. Arrows are a perfect way to get your viewers' eyes looking at exactly what you want them to look at. Usually this is a call to action or some other important part of your design. So I want to show you guys a couple examples. These are just some Pinterest pins that I created. If you don't know me by now, I am obsessed with designing Pinterest pins, but I'm using arrows in my pin images to get my viewers flowing through my design and looking at exactly where I want them to look. So watch this video. How to take brand selfies. Well, what's a brand selfie? Oh, look down here. Download now. I'm using this more digital looking arrow, but Canva has tons and tons of arrows to choose from. Even some of them are animated. Just pop over to the elements and search in arrow. There's so many options here, and I would love to see you using them to get your viewers to take action. Truth bomb. I used to be afraid of social media, and it was because I was totally scared of the strategy that went behind like an Instagram strategy, right? There's so much to know. I honestly just wanted to design. So my life was changed recently when I hired an Instagram manager. She handles all of the scheduling and the strategy, and I get to do what I love to do, and that is design. So she's got me designing Instagram carousel posts Instagram carousel posts galore. And one thing that I have found in Canva that you need in your life too are these swipe left indicators. How freaking cute are these? You can position these in the lower right-hand corner of your carousel post to let your viewers know, like, hey you, there's more, keep swiping. And I have to laugh at myself because I totally have these arrows in the wrong direction. It's swipe left, Kristin. To find these in the Canva element library, simply type in swipe left Instagram, and you will see all kinds of swipe left indicators to choose from. When you boil just about any graphic that you're creating for your business down to the bare minimum, you're going to come up with a pretty short list of elements. You have photos or imagery, you have text, and then you have shapes. So shapes is on the list as must-have Canva elements that you need in your life. Canva has tons and tons of different shapes that you can choose from and get creative with, from circles and rectangles and hexagons to more organic shapes like these blobby looking things. They can really take your graphics to the next level and help you create more visually appealing images. So I want to show you a couple ways that I use shapes in my graphics. I am always using them as a background for my text. This helps me ensure that any text that's on my graphics is incredibly readable and it's not having any contrast issues with the background image or the background color. I also use some of these more organic shapes throughout my graphics. In this Instagram post example, I paired a little cute speech bubble, which is another fun Canva element, with this organic blobby looking shape to create that layered look. Remember how I said I love scrapbooking? This is it in action. I created this pin design checklist with these little circle indicators outlining 12 points for the pin design checklist. I use these blobby shapes a lot in my graphics to add interest and kind of ground my graphics. And while I'm here, I might as well share with you some quick Canva shortcuts. If you want to add a circle to your design, all you have to do is hit C. If you want to add a rectangle, just hit R. Simple things like these make designing in Canva so much faster and much more streamlined. So I've already showed you some of those digital devices that will help bring your digital products to life, but what about things like printables and worksheets and checklists? Well, Canva has a really, really helpful element for bringing those to life with simplicity. These are Canva portrait frames with borders. Just head over to your elements library, scroll down here to frames and click see all. So we are looking for the Canva frame portrait size with the border, and that is going to be right here. Click to add that to your document, and here we are. I changed the border to white, and then I tilted and angled these. Just grab a mock-up of maybe one of your lead magnets or digital products. I'm gonna go for my trusty branding and design quick start guide for this example. But as you can see, this is a really simple technique that you can use to bring those PDFs, worksheets, checklists, guides, whatever you are using to market your business and grow your email list or make money to life. And I saved one of the best for last. So if you're watching this video, you are likely familiar with styled stock photos. They are all the rage. They're super fun to use in your brand and graphics. They can really up-level your visuals and take them to a whole new level. But did you know that you can create your own styled flat lays right inside of Canva? So pop over to your element library and type in something like coffee PNG. And what we are looking for are these cutouts of elements. So you have to use a PNG. You don't want to leave that out of your search. A PNG is a graphic that has a transparent background, okay? And I will show you what I mean here in a second. So I'm just gonna make a fun little mock-up. Let's look up pen PNG, pull this over. There are PNGs for so many things here in Canva. So no matter what niche you're in or market you're serving, I'm sure that you can find some really fun things to create your own styled flat lays. Let's do glasses. Oh, they're cute. I'm just gonna organize these just so I love that they come in with an existing shadow. It really just makes this whole thing look so much more realistic. And then let's go for a notebook. So look at that. I have just created a custom flat lay, and you can even change the background of this. It does not have to be a white background. Let's go for something a little bit more colorful. I'm just gonna kind of choose through my own brand colors until I find something that looks good. I love it. If you guys want to continue learning how to create more amazing looking graphics to market your business alongside me, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and while you're there, you can hit that little ding ding bell notification. That way, whenever I post a video, you are notified so you don't miss any of my amazing graphic design, branding, and Canva tips and tricks. And if you want to learn how to create more consistent graphics for your business, then be sure to grab my branding and design quick start guide. I know I shamelessly plugged that a few times in this tutorial, but grab that guide. It's gonna give you a complete walkthrough of all the steps that you're gonna need to take to create an amazing brand and consistent graphics that you are proud to share. I cannot wait to see what you create. Bye.